that we have already talked about the meanings of these words. We have talked about some of the meanings and how to use them. I'm going to give you a few longer sentences to practice with these words in different verb tenses and also with some sounds that would be good for you to practice. So the first, the verb lend. What's the past tense of lend? Without looking, what is the past tense of lend? Lent. Okay, good. Right. All right. So let's look at this sentence. I'm going to call it number 46. Larry lent Nadine $11 and 99 cents. So we have Larry lent Nadine $11.99. Meaning is clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if Larry lent Nadine this money, $11.99, then does Nadine need to pay back Larry?
Yes.
She needs to pay back Larry because this is the word lent, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the opposite of the word lent? The opposite of the word lend? Do you know that? For example, we say, Larry lent Nadine $11.99. Nadine, $11.99 from Larry. Do you know what that is?
Larry, after.
Let me ask you again. Okay, I'll help you with this. So let's say we say, I'm going to talk about this word lent, and I'm going to say Nadine something, Larry, oh, sorry, wait. We have to do it like this. So if we want to have a similar idea, we could use a different verb. And the reason I want to point this out is because sometimes people get confused about it, and I want to show you how the two words are related. Nadine, $11.99 from Larry. Do you know what word goes here? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a B. Do you know this word? So, okay. Maybe you think in Chinese.
Borrowed.
Yes, you're close. It's called borrowed. Borrowed. So it's B-O-R-R-O-W.
Borrowed.
And then this one is regular. So if the verb is regular, what do we add here?
ED.
We add ED, and we pronounce this one, how? We pronounce it t, d, or id.
Borrowed.
Good, excellent. Okay, Nadine borrowed $11.99 from Larry. In Chinese, what word do you use for this word?
借.
借. Okay, and how do you use this word? How about in Chinese, which word do you use?
Borrowed. Yes.
我要借钱，这是什么意思？我要借钱 I want to borrow money, right? So, in English, we have two words, lend and borrow, but in Chinese you have 借, right? So 借 can be this way, 借 can be that way. But in English we have two words. So that's why I want to point this out to you. Some languages have one word for both ways, like Chinese. But in English we have two words. One word means giving, the other word means taking. But you have to give it back. So lend is the one where you give it, but you expect the other person to return it to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to erase this one now, just to give you an idea of the meaning. Now let's go and say the sentence here. How would you like to break this up into phrases? What are some good phrases? Where is a good place to pause?
L. Aim.
Say it again, please.
Larry.
Uh-huh.
Lady. L. Aim.
Oh, okay. So you notice that there's L and N sounds, right? Okay, good. So that's not the question that I asked, but it's a good thing to notice that there are L and N sounds which are good for you to practice. What I asked you was to tell me about the phrases. So we want to know about the phrase by phrase. We want to speak phrase by phrase, right? We want to speak phrase by phrase. Then how are we going to put it all in writing? We put all the words together, but in speaking, how would you make a little pause somewhere?
Larry landing.
Put a pause here.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
$11.
Okay, here. All right.
And 99 cents.
Okay, so that's a good place to pause at the period. I put a double to show this is the very end, and these are the short pauses, and this is a long pause. So Larry lent Nadine $11.99. Yeah, that's a good way to make the phrasing so you have enough to say, but not too much to say, and allow a tiny pause in between those. Now let's see if you can pronounce the words with the O and N, because the O and N sounds. Remember, O is oral sound, so when you say O, make sure your tongue is on the gum ridge, but the sound is going out the sides of your tongue. La la la, la 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 la. Larry. Okay. Larry lent. Good. Larry lent Nadine. Now here we have na. So make the nose feel tickly because you have the vibration going through your nose when you say na. Nadine. Very good. And this is 2 syllables. Nadine. Where is the stress when I say it? Is it 2-1 or is it 2-2? Is it la or la?
Nadine.
Very good. 2-2. Okay, so la. Nadine. Very good. Now let's try to say this whole phrase. Larry lent Nadine.
Larry lent Nadine.
Very good. Larry lent Nadine.
Larry lent Nadine.
Larry lent Nadine.
Larry lent Nadine.
Good. Now let's work on the next phrase. So we have the number, and it has L and N in it. So 11. 11.
11.
Good. Dollars. $11. Good. I want you to feel where the N and the D, the D, come together, because your tongue is in the same position on the gum ridge for na and da. So you don't need to say 11 and then dollars. Keep your tongue on the gum ridge for N and then go directly into the N. So if I put 11 here, then this one N and this one D, your tongue should be able to stay in that position. $11. So let's have you try $11.
$11.
Very nice. That was a very good smooth linking. $11. And let's try the last phrase. All right. Remember, this one is going to be very short sound, and we can omit this d and put this n over here like that, and say 99 cents. Let's just say the word 99.
99.
99.
99.
All right, 99 cents.
99 cents.
99 cents.
99 cents.
99 cents.
99 cents.
And 99 cents.
And 99 cents.
And 99 cents.
And 99 cents.
Okay, now I'm going to say this whole dollar amount. The whole dollar amount is $11.99.
$11.99.
Very nice, very nice. Make sure to say dollars and not donners. Not donners, but dollars.
Dollars.
Okay, so make sure you get your L as an oral sound, not a nasal sound. Oral sound going through the mouth, not a nasal sound going through the nose.
Dollars.
Okay, $11.99.
$11.99.
All right, try not to say and 90. Say 9 and 99 cents.
And 99 cents.
Okay, $11.99.
$11.99.
$11.99.
$11.99.
All right, from the beginning we say Larry lent Nadine $11.99. Now you try.
Larry lent Landing $11.99.
All right, let's try the first part, the names. The names are a little bit tricky, so let's try those again. Larry. Nadine.
Landing.
So make sure you go through your nose when you say nay. Listen to the difference between lay, that's oral, and nay, that's nasal. So try nay, Nadine.
Nadine.
Very good. When you think about it by itself, it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Larry lent Nadine.
Larry lent Landing. Landing.
Tutu. Nadine.
Nadine.
Okay, Larry lent Nadine.
Larry lent Nadine. Nadine.
All right, try it again.
Larry lent Nadine
How much?
$11.99.
Good. For that, you have to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice. All right.
好茶又回来了。
$11.99 in this cup. All right, very nice. How about going on to our next sentence? All right, what have I got for you? All right, let's see.
Landing.
Okay, so
$11.99.
okay, I'm gonna say this one.
$11.99. 99 cents. Larry land Nading. Lady. Larry land landing $11.99. Larry land landing $11. Nadine's. Larry land Nadine $11.99. Larry land Nadine. Larry land Nadine $11.99.
Good job. That's a good job of practicing.
Mm.
All right, let's take a look at sentence number 47. So this one uses the word let, and you remember this one let. The past tense is the same. Past participle is the same. So the organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time. So that maybe let's say we're organizing like you organize a lot of conferences, right? And when you organize a conference, then you have a lot of conferees or participants, people who would like to attend, attendees. And the room sometimes can get very crowded if there are a lot of attendees. Sometimes you have to put a restriction and say, oh, only if you have a ticket. Or only those people who come at a certain time. Or only enough people, if there are enough chairs to sit on. But in this case, the organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time. So here the word crowd is used as a verb. You know what it means to crowd into the room? If you crowd into the room, then so when you use crowd as a noun, it's a 人群. But when you use it as a verb, let's see, the organizers let them all crowd into the room. That means 他们齐在这个教室里面.
Together.
So 齐在里面. That's what the idea is. When you have somebody crowd into, so this is a phrase that we often use to crowd into a place. That means many people go into a small place. So if you crowd into something, you cannot do it by yourself. Only a big group of people, a crowd, can go into it, and then you get very close. So if there's a lot of room around you, then we don't say you crowd into it. But crowding into means everybody has to go in like this. So that means this room probably is this small, and many people want to come in. Then we use the word as a verb. Right? So normally you know this word as a noun, but we use this phrase here to crowd into a place. And usually this means you crowd into a small place, right? Otherwise, it's not a crowd. Got it?
Got it.
All right. Now let's go back to this one. Here's our key word, let. Right? The organizers let them all crowd into the room. So this one means that the people wanted to go into the room. They were not limited. They were not restricted. They were not turned away. They were not forced outside. They were allowed, right? So this means the organizers allowed everyone to come in. Come on in, everybody. Gigi, come on in. Get them in and squeeze together. All right, so we are going to say this sentence phrase by phrase. Can you find some phrases?
The organizers let them all crowd into a crowd. Okay. The organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time.
Okay, so where would you like me to put a pause?
Okay. The organizer lets them.
You want here?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. Let them all crowd into the room.
Put one here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time.
And put one here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a couple of things. Let's talk about how to pronounce this word, the subject of the sentence.
Organizer.
All right. Now I want you to listen to how I pronounce it. Tell me how many syllables you hear, and then tell me where the stressed syllable is. Okay? Listen. Organizers. Organizers. Organizers.
For.
Organizers, right? For organizers. All right. And where do you hear me stress? The first, the second, the third, or the fourth?
Organizer.
Organizers.
First one.
Right. Okay. So we're hearing 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. 4 syllables. And the stress is on the first syllable. So this one is 4, 2. 4 syllables stressed on. Oh.
4 1.
Yeah. My mistake. 4-1. 4-1. All right, so the organizers, so do you want to say them, the organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time? Okay, now listen to the way I say it. The organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time. I'm saying it differently. Can you hear how I'm making the pauses?
Yeah, the organizers.
Yeah, I put a little pause here.
Yeah.
Because this subject has a lot of syllables, and I don't put a pause here, and the reason is because this word all refers to them. So them means the attendees, So if it's let's say it's a conference, like all the conferences that your company puts on, then all the attendees they're waiting outside the room and they want to go in to listen to the speaker, perhaps, right? So here, this word all goes with that. There's another way we can say it like this. Let all of them. Okay, we could also say let all of them. Let all of them. Two ways. Let all of them crowd into the room, or let them all crowd into the room. Both of these are very common ways to say everybody who wanted to come. All right? So that's the reason why I don't put a pause here, since this one belongs together with this kind of meaning. Okay? So let them all, maybe a little pause here, short one. Or you can continue. Crowd into the room. All right, so crowd into is a kind of a phrase or a phrase that goes together. Crowd into the room. I would leave this one together. And I like this one here. You suggested we put one here. That's good. And that's easy to see that we have, what kind of phrase is this? What do we see here? At the same time.
At the same time.
We call that a prepositional phrase, right? Yeah, this one here, this one is called a prepositional
phrase.
Right? So this one here, not that one. This one here is a prepositional phrase. So at the same time, this is frequently said as one phrase. So I can say, the organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time. Let's practice it like that, okay? The organizers. Very good. I like your stress. That was perfect. Now I want you to just add a little bit of yeah here. Yeah. I'm going to give you a little yeah. Here's a yeah. And I want you to add it to and say the organizers.
The organizers.
Okay, you're stopping. You're saying the or. I want to say the organizers. Very good. That's it.
The organizers.
Again.
The organizers.
Again.
The organizers.
Very good. Now let's try the next phrase. Let them all.
Let them all.
Good. I like the linking. You did that very well. Where's the linking? Right here, right? Okay. Let them all.
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 Crowd into the room.
Crowd into the room.
All right, good. Let's make this one. Crowd into here. Crowd into the room.
Crowd into the room.
Good. Crowd into the room.
Crowd into the room.
At the same time.
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 The organizers.
The organizers.
Let them all.
Let them all.
Crowd into the room.
Crowd into the room.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Very nice. Now let's see if you can manage a little bit longer. Okay, the first two phrases and then the second two phrases. The organizers let them all.
The organizers let them all.
That was very nice, except for this one. Can you link it over there?
The organizers let them all.
Very nice. Crowd into the room at the same time.
Crowd in the room. Crowd into the room at the same time.
Now let's try the whole sentence. Listen carefully. The organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time.
The organizers, the organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time.
Okay, nice. Now I want to work a little bit on which word you should stress, which word in the phrase stress. So let's look at this one. And instead of saying let them all, I want you to try let them all. Because the word all is an emphasizer telling us not just some, but all. Let them all. Let them all.
Let them all.
Right, okay, so let them all. Now let's also try this one. Let all of them. Let all of them. Let all of them. So, okay, now we have this two-word verb, crowd into the room.
Crowd into the room.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Okay, from the beginning, please.
The organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time.
Good. Now let's try this. The organizers let all of them crowd into the room at the same time.
The organizers.
Okay, stop here. You can't do this. The organizers, okay? If you link,
The organizers.
then they have to be linked because otherwise your link is broken.
Yeah.
Right? So the organizers, that's what linking is. It means you connect from one to the next without a break. The organizers let all of them into the room. Let all of them crowd into the room at the same time.
The organizers let all of them crowd into the room at the same time.
Very good. Try it again.
The organizers let them all crowd into the room at the same time.
Beautiful. That sounds really great. I'm going to give you another sentence now, and it's going to be about the verb lie. Lie, past tense, what? Past tense of lie. What is it?
Lie, lay, lane.
Lie, lay, lane.
Lie, lay,
Lie, lay,
lane.
lane. Lie, lay, lane.
Lie,
Right.
lay, lay. Lie, lay, lane.
Yeah, and remember, a lot of native speakers of English have trouble with this verb, but we're going to try working on it so that you get some good models of how to use this. And I'm going to use it in the present progressive because it's a common way to use it. So here I'm going to give you this sentence. I'm going to say 20 men and women are lying on mats on the floor in the yoga room. "20 men and women are lying on mats on the floor in the yoga room." Now, do you know yoga?
Yoga 我知道瑜伽。
Yuja? Okay, so yoga. Do you do yoga? Do you know yoga?
No.
No?
I know yoga.
Okay, so you can
I
say
didn't
like this. I know
yoga.
what
Oh, I know
yoga
is.
is. Right? Is that your meaning?
Yeah.
You know what it is. I know what yoga is, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe like that.
Uh.
I don't know how to do it. All right? I know what yoga is, but I don't know how to do yoga.
Yeah.
All right. So if I say yoga, you know the word yoga. Yoga can be done in a lot of different ways, but it's a lot about your positioning and how you move your body to be healthy and pay attention to your body. Because a lot of times we use our body in ways and we don't even pay attention because we're focusing our attention on something else. Maybe some of us sit at computers and we don't pay attention to how our posture is, or whether we're sitting or standing correctly, or we're talking to somebody about business and we're thinking about our business goal, but we're not thinking about our body. So when we do yoga, we really focus on things like balance. So balance is a good thing, right? You want to have balance, like for example, balance on both legs, or maybe we want to have balance on just one leg, right? And we can balance in this way. We can balance on one leg. Can you do that? Maybe when you practice yoga, you can do some things where you can balance on one leg and move your body in different positions, and learn to use breathing to help you. So think of yourself as a whole, right? Okay, so when people practice yoga, they often use a mat. You know what a mat is? You know this word? Mat? No? You don't know what a mat. Okay. Have you seen people do yoga?
Yeah.
So you can do yoga standing up, but some yoga is done in different positions, maybe lying down on the ground. So let's say we do yoga, some exercise we do standing up. Some exercises we do sitting down, and some exercises we do lying down. So when we lie down in the gymnasium, in the exercise room, we don't like to lie down on a hard floor. We usually put down a mat first. So often you'll see people who go to yoga, they have a kind of rubberized mat. It's all rolled up and they carry it over the shoulder, and then they go into the yoga room. And then when they go into the yoga room, they open out the mat, and they lay the mat on the floor. This is L-A-Y. This is the word L-A-Y, lay. They lay the mat on the floor, and then they lie down. These are the two words I'm trying to show you, because these are words that are different for in their use. So they lay the mat on the floor, and then they lie down, sometimes on your stomach and sometimes on your back, depending on what kind of exercise. So that's what I mean. The 20 men are lying on mats in the yoga room, because they're doing their exercise, or maybe breathing, or maybe warming up, or maybe cooling down after the exercise. Got it? Okay. So now you understand the sentence. What about making phrase by phrase? Where are we going to put some phrases?
20 men and a woman. One.
Okay, here?
One,
Okay.
are lying on mats.
Here? Okay.
On the floor
Okay.
in the yoga room.
Okay, good. That sounds good. And there we have our compound subject. Do you remember a compound subject means subject number one and subject number two? So it's a compound, meaning two or more. Compound subject, 20 men and women, right? And then we have our short verb, our lying, and our first prepositional phrase, lying on mats, because it's not too many syllables. Then we have another prepositional phrase on the floor, and another prepositional phrase in the yoga room. So those are very good places to do a slight pause. Those are good phrases. All right, now let's practice the sentences. How to pronounce the first one. I noticed that you had some trouble with this word. A lot of people do. The spelling of this word and the pronunciation don't match, right? So, well, we have to look at these. Now, is this word singular or plural? These two words.
What?
Sorry, let me say it again. Singular, 单数,
Yes.
or plural, 双数.
Plural.
Plural. Okay, so how do you spell the singular?
Singular.
So singular, how about singular for this one?
Man.
Okay, singular is M-A-N, man, and the plural is M-E-N, men.
Man,
Okay, do you know the singular for this one?
Women.
So the singular is not women. The singular is woman. This is very confusing, right? We can see from the spelling that both the singular have A-N. And then the plural,
Woman.
they have the same ending here. But the pronunciation is all messed up. It doesn't sound anything like the way it's written. So I'm going to write it. Let's say if you know English like this, if you look at a word like this, you pronounce this women. women.
Women.
So that's how the second word is pronounced, the plural word. This one is woman. This one is women. So the strange thing is that we change the spelling in the second syllable, but we change the pronunciation in the first syllable. So that doesn't make sense. I do not know who made up this pronunciation, but it's very weird. So we have to memorize. So some pronunciation elements are also strange, not regular, and we have to memorize them. So man, that's very easy. Three letters. Man. This one, woman, and this one we pronounce women. Women. So this is woman. And this is women. Woman and women.
Woman and women.
Okay, so let's say on the sign on the WC, on the toilet, on the bathroom, on the washroom, what do we put? Singular or plural? 厕所有一个牌子。Do we use the singular or do we use plural? Did you ever notice? Next time you can notice.
Singular.
Yeah, you put only one man and one woman? No, we don't. It's plural.
Man.
So, yes, we always use the plural. We always use the plural when we have a sign. That means all men and all women. So we use the plural for those sorts of signs. Man, we use on the door of a bathroom, public bathroom or public washroom, it's men. And we also have women. Sometimes there's a different word. Sometimes instead of women, do you know what it says? Another word for women. Sometimes, have you ever noticed this? Oh, okay, let me ask you, because you use the men's room. Maybe you see another word instead of men. Do you ever see another word?
Gentleman.
Yes, you also see gentleman. So you see gentleman, it should have an EN. The pronunciation is the same. One gentleman, two gentlemen, because the last syllable is a schwa. One gentleman, three gentlemen. So the spelling is the only thing that we know gives us the idea of plural. Of course, the sentence. All gentlemen are welcome here. The other word for...
lady.
Yes. And how do you spell that?
L-A-D-Y.
L-A-D-Y. No, you're close, but not quite. Remember what I said about singular and plural?
Ladies.
Yes. Okay, so how do I spell that? Do I just put S here?
A-I-I-S.
Yes, that's correct. We have to change that Y to I-E-S. So we'll see ladies. Now, with new regulations for public buildings, we don't see men and women on the signs on public bathrooms. Do you know what we see now? People are changing. Companies are changing over, but not everywhere. Have you seen this sign? Maybe on the sign, it will be all gender.
都可以.
Yeah.
Gender.
So, in other words, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, you can use this bathroom. Who cares? You know, you're just going to go in there and do your business, right? Some people have a big, I don't know, they get offended by it. I don't. I think, why not? You know, there's a toilet in there or there's a washroom in there. Just go and use it. I don't care, male or female. But some people get upset. Anyway, the law is, don't get upset about it. Allow everyone. You know, it's just a public bathroom. So, for example, where my parents live, 他们住在一个老人中心. They live in a senior home. So the signs used to say men and women, and now they say all gender. They have new signs. I noticed that recently, last month they did that. So you may be seeing more and more of that. Maybe not in your building, because your building is not a public
Restaurant, usually.
Yes, this is for, right, and for restrooms. So it's interesting, in the U.S. we call them restrooms. In some places in the world they're called washrooms.
Bathroom.
And some places they're called, you'll see the sign toilets. For example, I went to Europe, right? And they don't use the word bathroom. Okay? Right? So Americans often use the word bathroom because in our homes we have a bathtub and a shower and a toilet and a sink in the same room, and we call that a bathroom. So we use the word bathroom in a kind of a general sense to mean any room that has a toilet in it. But a lot of places don't. So they specify, for example, when we were traveling and we wanted to use a toilet, then we have to look for a sign, and the sign might say toilets, or it might say WC.
Okay.
So what is WC?
Hey,
You know
yeah.
what that means?
What's WC?
Yeah, I'll show you what WC. So WC,
Water. Clothes.
WC stands for water closet.
Water.
Water closet. What is a closet?
Closet.
A closet is a small room,
Yeah.
right? Now, in my house, we have closets, one closet at least, in every bedroom. And we put our clothes in the closet, and then we close the door. All right? So a closet is some small room, and then you can close the door. But a water closet has water in it. So what's the purpose of the water? To flush away the waste. So that's why we have the word or the phrase water closet. But instead of saying water closet with 4 syllables and all of those words, then people like to use this WC. Now, WC still has 4 syllables, so I don't think you saved any syllables. But you save space when you write it down. And so a lot of the signs will say WC. So a lot of places in Europe and maybe other places in the world also, if you're in a public place and you're looking for a toilet, then you might look for WC. And sometimes the WC doesn't even have any water. But that's what it's called. So look at all these different ways that we can call a place. Now, if you're going to someone's home, then do you use any of these words? So if you go to somebody's house, which word is the most appropriate?
Usually don't have.
If you go to somebody's house, you don't have what?
The sign.
Right, you don't have a sign. But suppose you want to ask your host.
Yeah.
I need to use the
Bathroom.
Can you tell me where the is?
Bathroom.
May I use your Then you use this.
In Europe, usually say toilets.
Yes, right.
Toilets.
I think these two are probably the most common. And actually, you're not likely to use the word restroom. Restroom is like here I don't know how it is in other countries, but in large department stores in the United States, maybe like Macy's or Nordstrom or someplace like that, then they have a number of toilets, several toilets, and several sinks to wash your hands. And then the women's room often has a small area with a sofa or some chairs where a woman can sit down and rest, or maybe breastfeed their baby, or change the diapers or something like that. So that in that case, restroom makes sense because you can kind of go to the room and rest. But most places, even though you say restroom, you don't rest in there. You come back out. All right, so when we go to somebody's house, we don't ask for the restroom. We can ask for the bathroom, or the toilet, or the washroom. Those are all good. All right, now let's go back to our sentence about men and women. So how many men and women do we have? 20. Okay, so 20 men and women.
20 men and women.
All right, let's go back to this pronunciation.
Women.
Women, right.
Women.
Right. Let's have you say this. Let's get rid of the D. Remember, this is a schwa. So like this, can you say men and women? Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Men women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Okay, let's have you just go this. Menin. Let me hear you say menin.
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 No, not menim.
Menin.
No more.
Menin.
Not menim, but menin.
Menin.
Yes, good.
Menin.
Good. Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Now put together, say women and men. Women and men. Change this order and say women and men.
Women and men.
Women and. Women and
men.
Women and.
What?
I'm trying to get you to understand the principle and not just one phrase here. Say women and
women and
women and men.
women and men,
Women and men.
women and men,
Women and men.
men and men,
Women and men.
women and men.
Okay, now the more common way to say it is this way. So let's practice this way again. Men and women. Men and women.
Women.
Men and women. Link.
Men and women.
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 20 men and women
20 men and women
are lying on mats.
lying on mats.
Are lying on mats.
Lying on mats.
Okay, can you say lying on? Lying on. So we're going to make
Lying
lying on.
on.
We're going to put this ng.
Lying on.
Lying on mats.
Lying on mats.
Lying on mats.
Lying on mats.
All right. Is this lying? Is it lying or lying?
Lying on.
Very good. Now make that L again. Lying on
Lying.
mats.
Lying on.
Lying on mats.
Lying on.
Lying on mats.
Lying on mats.
Good. Okay. So let's say this last phrase. Oh no, the middle phrase is very short. On the floor.
On the floor.
Okay. So look at this. It says ng or ne.
Ne, ne.
Okay. Make sure
On
your
the-
tongue goes to the gum ridge.
On
Nga
the-
nga nga na.
On-
Nga nga nga
on
na.
the-
On.
On.
Good. Put your tongue here up in the front. Na. Don't close your throat here. Keep your throat open. On. Close it at the front. On.
On.
On the.
On the.
On the floor.
On the floor.
Very good. See, this should be very smooth when you have the n with the tongue very close to your teeth. So let's say this is the tongue. These are the teeth. This is the gum ridge. So when you're getting n, make sure you have n here and then slide into the where the teeth, right here, and the tongue goes between the upper teeth and the lower teeth. So just slide it in there. Say on the floor.
On the floor.
Good, and we do the same thing here in the yoga room.
In the yoga room.
Good, in the yoga room.
In the yoga room.
Okay, let me say this word for you. Watch
Yoga.
watch how I say it. Okay, watch how I make the roundness for the first syllable. O. Yo.
Yoga.
So it's not you, but it's yo.
Yo.
Yoga.
Yoga.
Right, so the different vowel sound in English and Chinese. This is
Yoga.
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 Good. In the yoga room.
In the yoga room.
In the yoga room.
In the yoga room.
Good. Now let's try 20 men and women.
20 men, women. Men, women.
I don't hear this one.
Men, women.
No, I heard this one.
Men,
But I didn't hear this one.
Men and women. Men and women.
Men
and women.
Okay, suppose I show you this word. Okay, I want you to see, look at this and say,
Mania.
Well, I'm going to say men. Oh, so this is an N. Say, can you say menin?
Manian.
Menin.
Manin.
Menin.
Manin.
Good. Menin.
Manin.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Men and women.
All right, good. Now let's say 20 men and women.
20 men and women.
Okay, you're not supposed to pause here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to pause here, but please don't pause here. 20 men and women
20 men and women
are lying on mats
are lying on mats
on the floor
on the floor
in the yoga room.
in the yoga room.
On the floor in the yoga room.
On the floor in the yoga room.
are lying on mats on the floor in the yoga room.
Are lying on mats on the floor in the yoga room.
20 men and women are lying on mats on the floor in the yoga room.
20 men and women are lying on mats on the floor in the yoga room.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, try saying it a couple more times. 20 men and women are lying on mats.
20 men and women are lying on mats
On the floor in
on
the
the
yoga
floor
room.